shaking curls shake the glass video. Nice! Welcome to the Dr. Hans Freak Show. I'm Dr. Hans, this is Dr. Hans Brewery, my channel about beer and home brewing. Today we're making shake and Kolsch, highly suggested by one of my patrons. John, here is the video. So this is a sponsor video, and the video is sponsored by Angel Yeast. We'll be using their CN36, but I've been really wanting to try to brew a Kolsch with this yeast because this has a working span between 10 degrees Celsius up to 25 degrees Celsius. This is an A yeast. Yes, thank you. Yes, the doctor will of course convert everything to birds and stones, so don't worry about that. I think the recommended temperature is 14 to 22 Celsius. This could be a really versatile yeast, and I have really good experience with it. It's fast and it's super clean, so sounds like a good Kolsch yeast. Spoiler alert, had some hiccups, so we're gonna run through what went wrong and try the beer and see how we can improve it. But first, let's check the brew footage. Shake and Kolsch. This brewing method, shake and brew, is so quick, so I'm on my second one in under an hour. This is amazing. You should really try this out. This is full with hot sanitizer. Steaming hot. Funnel. If you want to scale this up to a full-size corner keg, just double everything here today. The ingredients there, not temperature and time. Spray malt, light, this is 500 grams each, so 1 kilo or 2.2 pounds in total of DME. This can be sticky because of the hot steam coming out from this fermenter, aka keg. You could wrap up a few different beers in no time. For hops you're using 10 grams of Magnum and 15 grams of Hallertau Mittelfruer. Going in. Epic pour. 1 liter of boiled up water. We need this to dissolve the DME and to get some bitterness and flavor out of the hops. Ouch! That's hot. Just like me. Don't you wish your doctor were hot like me? Okay. Shake it. I don't have any gloves. Let's shake it up. But we need timer. This is how we tell CD to put on a 5-minute timer. CD, sätt på en 5 minuters timer. We don't want this to sit too long because we don't want the beer to be too bitter and we don't want it too sweet. Because the hops, the bitterness of the hops are balancing the sweetness of the beer. It's a balancing game, but so far I have been successful with the shake and brew. But we never know, Shake it like the doctor, shake it like... I forgot to add some yeast nutrient. This is also from Angel Yeast, FN504 if I remember correctly. This is still hot, so it's not gonna be an issue. I like to spoil my yeast. Time's up. Now we need to get the beer down in temp because we don't want the beer to be too bitter. I still think we're gonna end up a little bit hotter than I wanted because the ingredients aren't super cool. I want to pitch it a little bit hotter and let it sit. It will probably be good beer anyways. Brewed, fermented and served from 1 keg. The second brew today in just an hour. How about that? Not quitting one grain, I promise. Should we try to do my full pigmenter shake and brew? It's gonna be hard to shake it. You can like roll it down the mountain or something. Love this. Nice. CN36. Going in. This could be like a workhorse yeast, I think, with that temperature span. That's why I wanted to try to brew a Kolsch with it. I will try to find a cooler spot, but we're getting into summer. This is a floating pickup, Cask Widge. Can link down below to a video about the Cask Widge if you want. And if you appreciate what I do here, drop a like comment below, and if you want even more bad content, vlog behind the scene. I do have Patreon channel membership, or you can just buy me a beer. All links down below, have PayPal and freaking everything. So brew day is done. I'm gonna pressurize this, put the spanner valve back on, and if everything goes as planned, I will see you when we Okay, so to the beer. It has been like lagering now for maybe 4 weeks. I did have a head on it, but yes, I have to rig some stuff up. It's not like perfectly clear yet, but you can still see through it. This is served in the traditional 20 centiliter Stange, the glass. I prefer it this way. I went to Cologne. I have a video on that. I will link to that. I went to Cologne for a holiday and tried to try as much Kolsch I could from the different brew houses. There were some like German and English. I'm from Sweden, and when we mix Swedish word with English, we call that Swinglish. Boom. Yes, thank you. Yes, that was like reminder to hit the like button. If you don't know what Kolsch is, Kolsch is a beer style, comes from Cologne in Germany. It has to be brewed in like 50 kilometers region of Cologne, so it's a protected name inside of the European Union. So for you Brexit guys, go ahead and call your beer Kolsch. I can't call this Kolsch. And of course, all over the world you can say Kolsch. A brewery in Europe can't call it Kolsch if it's not brewed in the Cologne region. And it also has to, of course, be brewed to the German Reinheitsgebot. And I added some yeast nutrient to this because I like to do that, because it's like cheap and why not? So it's not Reinheitsgebot. Otherwise it would have been, because I only added malt, yeast and water and hops, and this was fermented under pressure, so natural carb. There are some more fun facts about Kolsch, but maybe not in this video. The original gravity was 1046. One thing that messed up is that this fermented out super low to 1005. That means we get an ABV about 5.4, so it actually is stronger and a little more attenuated than the Kolsch would be. And also fermentation temperature. I thought that I had a cold spot in my house, but nope, I didn't. So I was aiming to like ferment this a little bit colder, maybe 18 degrees or something, but instead it was more like 22 to start with, and I bumped up the temperature in the end like I normally do. Also crank that pressure. I think we ended up like 30 psi, something like that. Let's just give it a nose. It's super clean, not much on the nose, I must say. A little like almost like lager, but of course also when you use like hops that normally used in lagers, it's hard. It smells like beer, more or less like a lager beer. Cheers. Really nice. If you're into lagers and find them hard with the temperature and want to keep them, try to brew Kolsch instead, because it really reminds of lagers. You have slight fruitiness to it, but it's really clean beer. And as this starting to clear up also now, I don't feel that it's super dry. And it might also be that we are getting a little bit more alcohol on this one. Lower carbs, more alcohol. And alcohol is sweet, so we are losing in body, but we are getting some alcohol, which like brings that back. I would say that this is a really nice Kolsch. This is another success for the shake and brew, that you can throw this together for 20 minutes. And I have some comments on the shake and brew playlist. Isn't this more expensive? Yes, it is, but it takes 20 minutes. Also, don't forget to comment on what you want to see in the shake and brew series. I have some really nice things coming up. That, of course, that does not mean that you should subscribe to my channel, because my channel sucks and this is not a channel you want to be subscribed to. It would be much better if you went to someone else's channel instead and subscribed to them. If you don't like what I do here, maybe you should consider writing a nasty comment. So even though I messed up on the temperature and the attenuation, I still ended up with a really good Kolsch. So fantastic. Kolsch style beer. Sorry, I know it's not a Kolsch. What would happen if we actually did ferment this in 14 degrees Celsius or even lower at 10 degrees Celsius? Interesting. What should we like try to brew with this yeast? I have some other yeast coming also from Angel Yeast we're going to try out in the future. And if you made it so far into this video, share your Kolsch experience. Have you been to Cologne? Have you tasted Kolsch? Have you tried to brew Kolsch? How did it end up? And if you haven't watched my travel to Cologne video, where I try to drink as much Kolsch as possible from the source, so I would learn a little bit more about it, you can go and watch that one. So, yes, that's it. That's it. That's it. Yes, that's it. Yes. So I'll see you in the next one. Dock dance out. Or as we say in Sweden. Hej då!